So this is KTM Dombivli, where I am actually doing a first ride of the KTM Duke 390. The TFT display. So guys, this is the all new KTM Duke 390 2017. This is the headlight, and you get this screw. If you rotate this with the Allen key, you can adjust the light beam. It can be low, it can be high. Also the normal thing, we have got this wide handlebars and wider mirrors. Then you also have got this buttons to operate the TFT display. If you are riding in the dark time, then it will turn black. And if you are riding in this daytime, then it will be white.
90 Metzeler tires.
Yeah.
Some gripping has been changed.
Yeah, initially it was W, now it's H, I guess. Initially the tires were used to go to 250. It has the limit, but now it can go to 200. अपना 390 170 जाता है तो टायर बिल्कुल राइट है, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. The handguards color, it has changed to orange. On the light department, every light, headlight, tail light, indicators, everything is LED. Yeah.
Yeah. On the ignition switch. Okay, when you turn the engine on,
yes,
the AHO light, that is the all-time headlight on light, which is mandatory by the
government
RTO,
yeah,
gets switched on.
Right.
Okay, so basically when your ignition is on, only the DRL is on. When your engine is on, the DRL plus the AHO lights are on,
light is
which
on.
is basically, in a layman language, we call it as low beam.
Right.
Okay. And this is the high beam light.
Fuck.
Which are all LED light. These are basically a set of 26 bulb LED light, 10 here in this, 10 here in this, and 6 set of these main lights. So total adds up to 26 LED lights. Also, one good feature about this bike which I personally liked is this has got self-cranking.
Yeah,
self-start.
self-cranking.
Like, you switch it on, just need to touch it once, that's it. There's a fuel pump is Bosch fuel pump now. Earlier there was a different brand fuel pump.
Okay.
Fuel pump was a metal fuel pump.
Right.
But this fuel pump is a plastic fuel pump.
Okay. So why they have changed it?
Coming to that, the benefit of it is in Indian climate, rainy season, especially apne jo petrol pumps hai, we know that there is sometimes there is a mix of water in the petrol.
Right, exactly.
The metal pump, because since it was made of iron, what used to happen is when water used to get added into the tank, some little amount of water, it tends to get rusted, right? So with a plastic pump, it won't get rusted at all. So the durability of the pump has increased.
Initial thing, when you see the bike, what you see, there is a split chassis. Now it is connected with two bolts. So even if unfortunately, if you drop the bike, you don't need to worry. Either you can change this part or this part in major crashes. See the steel tank. Now I have to say this turns a little bit hot. So KTM has given you fiber part on this side for your knees. So when you grab it, you don't feel that heat, and it is much easier because the tanks initial, if you see my 200 or any 390, old 390, the tank was perfectly sculpted like this. But in that, what was the problem? That you can hold this, but it was very tiny. But now it has got this muscular styling which is going perfect with the bike. And the front is stiff, so you have to maintain that. But for the rear, you don't have to worry anything.
Ignition switch off and switch it on, it gets switched on by default.
Okay.
This is a regular road mode in which both the wheel ABS are active. Yes. This is super mode in which only the front wheel ABS is active and the rear wheel ABS is not activated. It's deactivated. Now
you must be thinking that why only the front ABS would be on. Well, to be frank, when you ride it on the track, you don't need to brake as hard as possible, because you need the brakes to be light so that you can actually slip this. You can actually slide this rear wheel. You can take a more lean corner, right? Na? So for that,
a usable feature, beneficial feature for stunt freaks.
Talking about the engine, the main thing, now when you ride it, if you compare it with the old 390, the old 390 was jerkier, you know, it was initial power. But this time you have a matured bike in front of you. So what happens when you ride the bike, it is very refined. The power delivery is very refined and you feel like you are riding a matured motorcycle. So even when you're riding at 130, 140, it would be very easy, very smooth. Now talking about the visor part, now you get the number plate right here. You can move it on in the downside, but you have to get this visor. You have to do some jugaad, or you have to go for the, you know, the Puig visor, Puig, a company, very good visor making company. You have to go for something like that because they have some of the best modifications. Or you can go to Sahyadri Automobile Customizers. They are the best at customizing bikes, so you can get a visor. That is a must. And yes, talking about the chain sprocket, so now you get one teeth less in the sprocket. Well, you will feel that it will make some difference, but no, it is making the bike more refined. And you have also got an add-on of torque, so the power delivery is as same as possible. And you know this, no? This is the passing light and this is the high beam light. So this is actually very easy because now we have got these buttons to operate the TFT display. So that is the reason why they have shifted the high beam light here. And all the 5 bikes, the RC390, Duke 390, the Duke 250 and RC200 and the new Duke 200, everyone is BS4 compliant. I've seen people comparing it with the auto rickshaw, the old Duke 390, but this sounds really mature. I'll just show you a quick exhaust note with respect to the quick starter. This is the exhaust note. And also you have got a 320 mm disc so that you can stop the bike at the time when you want.